Well, because he's talking about the guilt of murder there
Yeah,
and his own complicity within murder, right? And so he deals with that, what's called the teleological argument. I've done a really bad thing, but it saved a lot of people. So God is good. He says you can't negotiate. You go to God as a sinner.
That's right.
And God does with you what he wants, right?
Yeah. Well, and so, I mean, going back to Harlem in New York, Jean Lasserre, who was a young French pastor who was a deep pacifist.
Yes.
You know, that was one of those big challenging moments for Dietrich, because he was still in his nationalistic kind of mindset, right? Like Germany, you know, you'd fight for Germany, you'd support it because you want your homeland to be strong and powerful. And, you know, Lasserre is saying, no, like, you are called to radical peace. You are not called to, you know, to do, you know, death is or murder and killing, like, they're all in the same bucket, you know, regardless of how we classify or say one is okay or not. And that really shook, you know, Dietrich's whole space of, you know, how do I exist going forward? How do you actually, and so that makes these choices later on, you know, his willingness, you know, even more, I think, profound and you know, potent.